Oh, damn. Look who it is. I think I might have come in a little too hot there. I apologize. What's up, everybody? Hope you're doing well. Let me know if you can hear me, if you can see me well. This is the first time we've gone live on this channel, and it's pretty exciting. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? What's up, everyone? Hello, hello, hello. Sounds good. We'd love to hear it. I know I did come in a little too hot. I actually added this scene, this like single shot, at the last minute, so I forgot to turn down the gain on my microphone. But you know, little spicy. But we are here. Welcome. I know this is strange. This is different. We've never done this before. This is the first time that we've streamed publicly to our channel. We've done a few live streams in the past. Where we've done some Patreon stuff, we've done some movie watch-alongs, but those were all unlisted streams. And this is the first time, you know, the reason why we are doing this, or I'm doing this, we have a little bit of a gap coming up in the near future, where after we finish Moon Knight, we don't really have anything going on until Obi-Wan Kenobi starts on May 27th. We will be putting out episodes of the Chexicans every other week, so twice in May. And we started thinking, I was talking to Augustine about this, you know, what else could we do? What's some fun stuff we could do? We're going to obviously continue working on Patreon content. And I know I saw some questions in the chat about that I will answer. But we were thinking, okay, what else could we do? What is some other fun community stuff? And so I tossed around the idea of like, well, what if I think Augustine mentioned it too, of like, well, what if we did live stuff? And it's a cornerstone that we've never, ever tackled. Mostly because we haven't had the bandwidth to do it. And when I mean bandwidth, I mean internet bandwidth. We just recently, a couple days ago, upgraded our internet to a little bit of a faster connection because I'm working with editors who are 12 hours ahead of us, and I need to be able to send them files, and the transfer speeds we were having were just taking too long. So long story short, we upgraded our internet. We have a little bit of a better, faster connection. So doing things like live streams are actually a little bit more of a possibility at this point. I don't know how often we'll do them. It's not going to be a weekly thing. It may not even be monthly, but every once in a while, if we feel like we have something fun that we could do, then we will do it. I know that this is kind of more impromptu. I didn't really announce it. I didn't really tell too many people about it, but I just wanted to test this out, and I wanted to see if it was something that you guys wanted us to do, would like us to do. The poll on Twitter was 99% said yes to go live, so I figured, why not? I think it would be fun to do something that's a little bit different. We don't have fiber in this area, unfortunately. My dream scenario would be AT&T because it has 1,000 download and 1,000 upload speeds, 1,000 gigabit. But unfortunately, or gigabit Ethernet, unfortunately, we don't have that sort of connection in this area, but we have a little bit of a faster connection. Anyway, that's boring tech stuff. You don't want to hear about that. How are all of you doing, though? It's so nice to see so many faces in here. I know this was probably like a really weird notification to get that we were going live, but, you know, we are here. We are here. I did see a couple questions earlier in the chat. Marcus Walker, thank you so much for that $5 tip. Very, very, very kind of you. My pen ultimates, how are we doing today? I'm doing great. Today is Friday. I will probably spend most of my weekend cleaning, but I do have some stuff that I do need to work on today, which is kind of what prompted this live stream. We have an uncut, I don't know if I know we talk about it at the beginning of every video, but on our Patreon, we have some exclusive reactions that we're doing. One of which is Arcane, which I believe has 2 more episodes. I think yesterday I put out episode 7 reaction. We still have episode 8 and 9. And then tomorrow we're dropping the final reaction to the first season of X-Men the Animated Series. That is a lot of fun. That show was a lot of fun to watch. So I do need to kind of finish up the edit for it. I know it's uncut, but there are still a little bit of there's a little bit of editing that we do just to make it really digestible, even for Patreon. That'll go up tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. Pacific time, so 9 a.m. Eastern. And then there's also a new episode of The Chexicans coming out. Now, I know we just put one out on Monday. I believe it was Monday. It might have been Tuesday. But we'll be putting out one more. And then on Monday, this upcoming Monday, we'll be shooting a brand new one that will go out the following Monday. So you're going to start to see that they're going to be spaced out every 2 weeks, every 2 Mondays. Every other Monday, we're going to start putting out a Check Skins episode until July, I believe. After that, we'll see what happens. We may keep doing 2 a month. We might go back doing 1 a month. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But I am excited to be doing that. It'll be a lot of fun. But yeah, so we are doing X-Men the Animated Series. The season finale episode or reaction, season finale reaction is going up tomorrow morning. Then next Saturday, so I believe that's May 6th, we will be doing a drop on YouTube. That will be a 3-part drop. It'll come out once a week, once every Saturday for 3 weeks, of sort of a compilation of reactions. So we're not just going to do every episode. We're going to do 4 episodes per video, and it'll be about a 40-minute cut down. The first 4 episodes, the second 4 episodes, and then the last batch of episodes. We're doing that mostly to experiment and to see if people like that. You know, doing every single episode of X-Men, which is a 13-episode season, and that's the shortest season, I think. The other seasons go up to, I think, 26 episodes. Instead of doing all of that, we figured, well, let's just break it up into chunks. Let's pick the best parts out of the first 4 episodes, and let's make that into one sort of reaction compilation. And it's the first time I've revisited X-Men the Animated Series since 1994, and I think Augustine hadn't seen it in a very long time. Hector had kind of seen the beginning part of it, but hadn't finished it. So I'm very excited for you guys to see that. And it was kind of a strategic release because, well, I won't say much, but it's kind of a strategic release, and I think it'll make sense next week when you see it. And I'll leave it at that because I don't want to spoil anything for anybody. Joshi Boy Studios, thank you so much for the $5 tip. Yo, Adam, do you think it's a good time to start a reaction channel, or do you think that that content corner is too saturated? Thanks for being awesome. That's a great question. Part of the reason why we started making YouTube content was because I felt like, yes, there were a lot of people reacting. There was a lot less, obviously, back in 2014. But I thought the thing that people were not providing was commentary on the trailers. People would react to it and they would say, all right, cool. Thanks for watching my reaction. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, peace. And they would be out of there. For me, and I think Augustine and Hector latched onto this as well, it was like, well, what commentary can we provide? How can we contextualize the conversation around the movie that is insightful for the audience? So our big thing was, you know, at the time we were working on a lot of the Marvel Studios movies. We were doing visual effects for them. So obviously we couldn't spoil anything, and we couldn't talk about things that were a little bit that might break some sort of NDA or anything. But we did our best to offer insight about the movies from a comic book perspective, from a filmmaking perspective, and to maybe try to, in some ways, predict what we thought the MCU was going to do based on what it had set up. So I think if you have an interesting take or you have some interesting insight that you could provide the audience, I think it's very much a good idea to start making reaction content. I think you really need to find what is what is like the thing that you know that maybe other people might not know as well, that I think you can bring some insight to, that I think could be really fun and unique. You know, I think a lot of people recently have become very savvy about the industry and, you know, that sort of thing. So even for us, you know, we are always trying to find, well, what's kind of our unique what is the unique perspective we have to offer? And, you know, I think us having worked in the industry, there's that, our love and passion for the characters, our love and passion for filmmaking, our love and passion for the comic books. I think we have a really good, between the three of us, we have a really good sort of knowledge base and skill set that I think we can bring to the table. And, you know, I'll say it, we're fun as hell. I'll say it. I'll brag a little bit. We're fun. We're fun people. But yeah, so I don't think it's too late. I don't think it's ever too late. You know, it's never too late to become a filmmaker. If you have something to offer, put it out there. You never know. I would say just be mindful of your presentation. You know, I put a lot of thought and care into the presentation of our videos. And I personally don't like watching reaction videos where stuff is out of sync and it just doesn't feel like it flows well. And, you know, don't be precious with your content. Be okay with editing stuff. Be okay with, you know, chopping things out. Like, I make a lot of edits to a lot of the videos that we do. And sometimes it's to just shorten stuff because I'm like, okay, We've rambled on about a topic for too long. Let's condense it. Let's make it more digestible. And sometimes sometimes the editing is just removing silence and breaks in dialogue that I just slow the video down. Augustine still out here wingmanning. Ah, you son of a bitch. But yeah, do it. If you want to start a YouTube channel, it's never too late. Do it. There's another question. Benjamin Hernandez, thank you so much for the $5 tip. Very much appreciated. Junior Prieto asks, thank you also for the tip. Have you guys watched Money Heist? And if not, would you be interested in doing it as a Patreon exclusive? There's a lot of stuff that we've talked about doing for Patreon. Oh, wow. I missed quite a few tips. I will go back and get those. I apologize. Wow. You guys are so generous. Thank you so much for the tips. We're open to doing anything. For us, it's really about time management. So we finished Arcane, we did X-Men, we're about to finish Moon Knight. We have a little bit of a pause before we start Obi-Wan Kenobi and Miss Marvel. We've also talked about maybe doing movie reactions, even though they're not really reactions because we've seen a lot of the movies. So again, that goes back to the conversation of like, well, what's the interesting thing that we could talk about if we're going to watch The Batman for the 5th time? What do we talk about? Will people be interested in just our commentary about the movie? Is there some tidbit that I know about the filmmaking that I could share with you guys that you might find interesting? So it would be kind of like a fan's commentary, not a director's commentary, obviously, because we didn't make the movie, but it would be kind of a fan's commentary on these movies. And some of them we've seen very recently. Some of them we haven't seen in years. I haven't seen movies like Blade, Blade 2, Blade Trinity, Daredevil, Fantastic Four, like the old Marvel movies, the old DC stuff. I haven't seen a lot of those movies in a long time, so maybe there's some kind of like movie commentary or revisit sort of a thing. We're definitely open to that. So yes, to answer your question, we're definitely open to reacting to and watching or providing commentary for a lot of stuff. We just had a fan message us on Patreon asking about Star Trek. That's a fandom and a cornerstone of fandom that we have not tapped into, that I think that I would have a lot of fun tapping into. I have the first 4 films in 4K. I have the whole Kelvin trilogy in 4K and in 3D, and so does Hector. So I would love to tap into the Star Trek fandom. I think it's a little bit daunting sometimes with something like Star Trek because it's 60 plus years old and there's a lot of shows and a lot of films. I don't necessarily want to start from the beginning and start from the original 1960s show and work my way all the way up. I would kind of rather just watch Strange New Worlds or Picard and not really worry about whether or not I have the context. I think the show should provide as much context as I require. So, but we're talking about it. So yeah, we're definitely open to doing more stuff like that. Movies 798. Wow, thank you so much for the $10 tip. First time donating to this channel. Love this channel and y'all's work. Thank you so much. I was wondering if you're planning to release any reactions to the X-Men animated series on YouTube or if it's a Patreon exclusive. Well, I already answered that question. Yes, starting Saturday, May 6th, I believe it is. Whatever the first Saturday is in May. You know what? I should just not be lazy and I should just look it up. May 7th, Saturday, May 7th will be the first part of 3 parts of X-Men the Animated Series reactions. It'll be 4 episodes in one video. It'll be about 40-ish minutes long. So there's your answer. Barry Bread, thank you so much for the Canadian dollars, eh? Not much, but I've been following you 3 since your superhero news days. I'm so happy the new channel is thriving. Thank you so much for the support and for your tip. Joy Builds Cities, new here. Have you guys ever reacted to Legion? Was getting some vibes from that from Moon Knight. Again, I would be totally open to watching Legion. I don't think I actually finished the series. I may have not even finished season 1. Maybe I shouldn't admit that on camera with all of you people watching. But I know it was an FX show, and yeah, I would love to watch it. And some of the stuff I would love to go back to and revisit because a lot of those shows were very well received. Very well received. Benjamin Hernandez, thank you so much for the tip. Errol BN. Are those Norwegian dollars? Is that 100 Norwegian dollars? Cheers, sitting at home drinking wine and watching. Oh, okay, it is Norway. Hello from Norway. What video editing software would you recommend, both free and paid for? Funny you should ask. We are using, or I am using, Adobe Premiere. That is my software of choice. It is not free, but it is a software that I have been using since 2002. We go way back, Adobe Premiere and I. We go way back like a receding hairline. Thankfully, I don't have that problem yet. Knock on wood. Yeah, I use Adobe Premiere for everything. I have some tips. I have some tricks that I do. They're not really tricks, but it's a little bit more of like a process that I do of how to kind of preserve my video edits and my timelines and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, so Adobe Premiere is really good. You do have to pay for it. I have the Adobe Creative Suite. I believe it's like, I think students can get it for $30 a month. And I believe I pay $50 a month for it. It's kind of expensive. A nice alternative is Davinci Resolve. That is free. There are some like paid extras that you can have if you really need them, but to edit video, it's free. I recommend it. I think it's really good. I promise I will answer other questions. I want to make sure that I answer these questions from the kind people who are tipping. What the hell is this bestcams.fun? How do we block this? How do I get this out of here? Good Lord. Message deleted. Thank you to anybody who is potentially moderating. I didn't even check to make sure that we had mods. So God knows what people can be posting in this chat. Please don't spam my chat with shenanigans. I love you guys. From Tesness, thank you so much for the $5 tip. I'd love to see movie reactions on your guys' favorite movies, critically acclaimed films, or stuff that you can break down from a production point of view. Thank you so much. I would love to do that as well. You know, I'm a big fan of movies from A24, and just like a lot of independent stuff. And I know Augustine has passions as well. Like we're going to do Lord of the Rings, and it's something that we've never done. And I know he's excited about it and we're excited about it. I would love to do more content that is not just based around superhero stuff. I know that's kind of what we're known for, but I would love to sort of venture out, and maybe I would have loved to have done something on Everything Everywhere All at Once, or The Northman, or Massive Talent, or X. But I think that we have to sort of like start to sprinkle that stuff in slowly, and based on how the audience kind of reacts to it, then we can decide whether or not we keep it full time. S. Marie, pitching in for a potential Chexicans t-shirt design. You're really going to put me on the spot here with that t-shirt design, aren't you? Don't I have enough jobs here? Don't I do enough? No, thank you so much for the generous tip. I really appreciate that. We will be making Chexicans t-shirts. We actually are trying to port our merch over to a different service. That different service also has the ability to have a website. Well, it's a web page, because we kind of really do need a website to house everything that we do, and to also make us available for people who want to hire us. So if there's a convention and people are like, oh, I'd love to hire you for a con, where do I do that? We want to be able to point people to a website, but I don't want to have like a merch site and a website independently. I want to have it all together as one. So we did sign up for a service where we can do that. I just haven't had the time to make the page. Don't hurt me. I promise I'll get to it. Shireen Nemnich. That was me. Star Trek. It was you. It was you. So yeah, we're definitely thinking about doing reactions for other stuff. Edward oh man, some of you guys have hard names. Edward Castungway Foisey. I probably screwed that up completely. I'm sorry. Just wishing you well in the NHL playoffs. My team just made the final last year and is now last for all teams. Damn. Cheering for the Kings now. Thank you. Yes, the Los Angeles Kings are going to the playoffs. I'm very excited. I'm about to bust out my jerseys. Our former captain, Dustin Brown, is retiring, though, so I'm a little sad about that. Josie Boy Studios pro tip: strip the center channel of the episodes to get rid of that pesky copyright music. Hope to see more editing content from you. Yeah, so we actually, from other episodes, when we did stuff like Loki, I was actually able to get my hands on the 5.1 versions. 5.1 basically means that there are 5 channels of audio. The center channel is the dialogue, and then the left-right channels have music and sound effects. So I was able to get rid of some of that stuff. Unfortunately, with a lot of the trailers and stuff that we get from the press websites, they are stereo. So it's really, really, really hard to remove the music from a lot of that stuff. So like you saw the Loki trailer, it had Sweet Child of Mine, and the copyright tool on YouTube just ate it completely, and we didn't make any they didn't monetize at all, which is fine. We'll make it up in other ways. Brad Bird or Edgar Wright for Fantastic Four? Black Doug, come on. Well, Brad Bird is actually a really good choice. That's who Augustine said. Edgar Wright could be cool. We should just get Justin Lin. He's not doing anything right now, right? Fast 10 is not happening. far as I remember. But yeah, so that'd be really cool. Thor Love and Thunder. What did I say? Did I say something else? I meant Thor Love and Thunder. What did I say? Did I say Thor Ragnarok? What did I say? Tell me what I said incorrectly. Tell me. I'm going to take a drink of my coffee. It's coffee o'clock somewhere. I said Loki. I meant Thor. I apologize. This is really weird live streaming. So anybody who doesn't know this, my last job was actually working for a Twitch channel. And all we did was live stream every damn day. Every day. All we did was live stream. And I was so burned out by live streaming that I swore vengeance. I swore that I would never do it again. And here I am. Here I am. But if you guys like the live streaming stuff, maybe we'll consider doing it more often. Or maybe I'll consider doing it more often. You know, I spend so many days here editing and working on stuff, and maybe making thumbnails could be a fun video for you guys. Maybe doing some more of this editing could be really fun. Yeah, so we will see. Been loving the content you guys have been posting. Thank you for all the reactions. You're welcome, AC Landmarks. You are welcome. But this is on my terms. You goddamn right it is. And it feels good. It feels good for it to be on my terms. Because sometimes I don't want to go live on a Friday night at 4 p.m. I just want to do nothing. Today's Friday and I went live at 4 p.m. So I guess I'm a liar. Hey, Michael Myers on your cup. Love that guy. Oh, me too. And he's a perfect representation of my 4 moods. Happy, sad, angry, calm. Oh, and there's other stuff on the other side. On the other side, it says excited, sleepy, confused, and jealous. It me on that cup. Delicious. So good. Thank you so much for the 50 Norwegian. Are they Norwegian crowns, I assume? Hey, again, from Norway to combat spam comments, you should watch the Linus Tech Tips about YouTube Spammer Purge on GitHub. It works really well. Damn, thank you so much for that tip. Yeah, you know, I don't think we have any mods for this channel. Mostly because we were never intending on going live, so I never set it up. So I should probably fix that. Yeah, I should probably fix that. Robert Von Heeren. I hope you'll find some time to watch Outer Range. Saw all eps 1 to 6. It's amazing, crazy, and you have never seen such great close-up character studies. I actually watched the first episode, and I really, really liked it. I know you had recommended it. I know S. Marie had recommended it. It was really good. I really liked the first episode. It's a really good cliffhanger ending. If you have not seen it, Outer Range, Josh Brolin, Imogen Poots. It's on Amazon Studios, Amazon Prime. It's very good. I have not watched anything past episode 1. I plan to. I promise I will get to it. Maybe Augustine and I will watch it together on the couch one night, cuddling, holding each other's hands. Yeah. Anyways. Music is interesting, minimalistic. Yeah, I really like it. I really like the production design. I like the cinematography. I will say there's a really good video that's out right now. I think the YouTuber's name is Patrick Tomaso. He does a really good YouTube video where he talks about how a lot of shows and movies are now using lenses that are wide open. So you have those like really, really blurry backgrounds and really sharp foreground, and how sometimes it's a little bit like overused. I feel like with Outer Range, and I know part of it is for story reasons, and I would have to like break it down sequence by sequence, shot by shot to kind of explain it. But sometimes I feel like I'm like, this is too blurry in the background. But I know sometimes it's for story reasons. It's just I feel like ever since the DSLR era, we might be overdoing it with like how blurry our backgrounds are. But whatever, that's a conversation for a different time. Show me your timeline. Yo, this is a very personal question. That's a very personal question to ask me. Movie 798, thank you again for the tip. A few years ago when you guys were originally on Superhero News, y'all gave me some advice about making my own comic book series. I'm still working on it, but y'all advice had helped me very much. Just want to show you my thanks. Well, I'm glad that you took our advice and that you are doing it, because I don't think anyone should stop. I don't think anybody should let anything get in the way of their creative inspiration and just their creativity, period. If you want to be creative and you want to make cool stuff, just go do it. Just go do it. We talked about superhero stuff at lunch all the time when we were working together. And then finally we decided, you know what? We should just make a YouTube channel. and we suckered Hector into it. It was great. It's great. It's worked out pretty well for us, I would say. What program would you recommend for someone looking to get into video editing? Right here, this one, Adobe Premiere. It's pretty great. If you have the funds for it, Adobe Premiere is awesome. If you don't have the funds, look at something like Davinci Resolve. Davinci Resolve is free. They do have a paid version that has like more features and stuff. But if you just want to edit, Davinci Resolve is really good. And I would say if you learn how to use Davinci Resolve, if you eventually jump over to Adobe Premiere, it should be a pretty big, it should be pretty easy to jump from one to the other. Gary Phillips, thank you so much for the $10 tip. Huge fan, guys. God bless. Thank you so much. Really appreciate your support. See, AC Landmark says, Davinci Resolve is good. I'm using it. Also, I know that I went live at 4, and I know for a lot of our fans who are international, that's like midnight for you. 4 was just, it gave me the amount of time I needed to just kind of set up this live stream. But if we go live in the future, hopefully we'll be able to go live a little bit earlier, just so we can get more people in here. Because I know some of you, you know, for some of you who are on the East Coast, it's already 7:30 and all that sort of stuff. So we will try to be mindful of the time when we go live, just so we can actually have like the most amount of people here. I have no clue how many people are even watching the live stream, if I'm being totally honest with you, because I don't have the YouTube page pulled up. But I appreciate everyone who's here right now. Really kind of you guys to come out here and watch me edit. Like, I know it doesn't sound like the most exciting thing, but hopefully you guys will get a fun little kick out of it, and you guys will get to see a little bit of our X-Men reaction. But yeah, it's pretty nice. So it's nice to see so many people here. Is YouTube or Twitch easier for live streams for you? Mel Pomino, I don't want to go anywhere near Twitch. I don't like Twitch. I'm gonna be totally honest with you. I think Twitch is really cool for gamers. I just have no desire on building an audience on another platform like that. You know, YouTube is where our audience is, and I don't want to tell our YouTube audience to go to Twitch. It just doesn't make any sense. Just doesn't make any sense. Marcus Walker, thank you so much. If you need another mod night, I swear to protect the travelers of the night. Well, that's good to know. Good to know. If you are in our Discord, let's see. Maybe I need to make like a YouTube mod Discord channel, and we can potentially recruit some mods through there, and we can kind of keep in touch that way. We do have a Discord, by the way. If anybody here watching is not a part of it and you want to be a part of it, it's not mandatory. There's a link down in the description, discord.gg/Heroes Reforged. Check it out. Yeah, I don't want to divide. I like having everybody on one platform. Of course, we're going to continue putting out content and clips of videos on things like Twitter and Instagram and TikTok eventually. But I don't want to divide. I don't want to make people go to another platform to watch us live. Like, I think the live controls and everything has been improved so much on YouTube. There's just no point. I don't see the point. Redness Dragborn says, ever thought of collaborating with Corridor Digital? We would love to. Tell them to call us. We'd love to. They'd be really fun. I've actually met a couple of people who have been on their crew just over the years. They seem like a really cool group of people, and I've admired their work for a decade now. I've been watching their stuff since 2011, 2010. Really amazing work that they do. So yeah, I'd love to. Derek, thank you so much for the $5 tip. Any theories for Doctor Strange before it drops next week? Yes, I don't want to share them just in case they are spoilers. I guess that wouldn't really matter, and I can't be really at fault for that, for making a good guess, but yeah, I have some theories. I got some theories. I told one to Augustine this morning. We'll see if it actually turns out to be anything. We are seeing Doctor Strange on Monday, by the way. We are going to an early screening in Los Angeles. We got invited by Disney to an early screening. So we are seeing Doctor Strange on Monday night. We're also seeing the Avatar teaser trailer before that. So we won't, if the Avatar teaser eventually comes out, we'll do like a reaction, but it'll be mostly an opportunity for us to actually talk about it after seeing it. We will be doing a review of Doctor Strange. The review will drop on Friday because I want people to be able to see the movie, as many people as possible, without putting spoilers out there, because we don't record two separate reviews for spoilers and non-spoilers. We just do one review, and we do the non-spoiler part at the beginning, and then we tell people spoilers, and then we go into spoiler territory, just because recording two videos is just extra work, and ain't nobody got time for that. Collaboration with Real Rejects needs to happen. I would love to. I love Greg and I love John. They're really nice people, and Greg has actually been super helpful ever since we started our channel. Whenever I have questions or if I need some advice or when we needed editors, Greg was a really great resource and he was really helpful in getting us some help. So I would love to do something with them. I think they're really great and I really enjoy their videos. Yeah, it'll basically be a reaction to our Avatar trailer. Last time you ate carne asada. I did have a burrito yesterday. It was delicious. What's up, Ronin Unchained? How you doing? What's up, Ankush Sharma? Huge fan. Thank you so much. Very kind of you. How many of you are going to Comic-Con, by the way? We missed, or I missed it. I goofed and I missed the hotel deadline for signing up for hotels for Comic-Con. So we're still going to go. We don't have all the logistics and all the details figured out. We'll let you know. Also with Blind Wave. Well, Blind Wave is in Ohio. So if we did anything with, Blind Wave, we would have to do it remotely. I don't know how that would work. Any chance of a comic book show similar to the old Comics and Coffee? We've tried doing comic book stuff. Nobody watches it. We started doing Invincible, like little reviews for every issue, every volume, and they just didn't get any hits. So I don't know if people would watch it. I would love to do something with comic books. It's like the thing, it's the reason why we have all these movies to talk about. But, you know, people just sadly are not watching it. So we have to figure something out. We have to figure a way to try to make it work. But we are definitely open to it. I know Hector would love to do it. Natalie, thank you so much for the four, is that technically £4.49? Is that how you read that? You guys are brilliant. Any plans to travel to Europe? Well, we've been to Europe. We went to Europe in 2018 together. We went during Oktoberfest in Berlin. That was a lot of fun. Yes, we would love to very much go back to Europe. I am dying to go back to Europe. 3 years is too long. There's a lot of places that I would like to visit. I would love to go to the United Kingdom, Ireland. I would love to go to France and Italy and Switzerland and Austria. I'd like to go back to Germany and go to Munich for their Oktoberfest. There's a lot of places I'd love to go. Yeah. So the answer is yes. There are, well, yes, we would like to. No, there are no solid plans at this moment. We'll keep you guys updated. We would also, yeah, and part of the thing also is, you know, if we ever go back to Europe, we would love to do some meetups and meet some of you guys in person. That'd be really, really cool. We've talked about the idea of maybe doing some sort of a tour where we like maybe rent out little mom and pop theaters and invite people to come do maybe like a podcast episode or something and just hang out and mingle. There's a lot of like logistics to figuring all that stuff out. We haven't sat down to even start considering that, but we have thought of those ideas. And I know that there's a lot of people here who live in, you know, England and other countries all over Europe and all over the world, I should say. And we've definitely, we see you, we hear you, we'd love to do it. Just a lot of planning, and it is going to cost us quite a bit of doll hairs to figure that out. But we will work on it, I promise. Harold BN again from Norway. Never been to the US. Would be fun to go to Comic-Con, but too far away. If you ever travel to Norway, I'll buy you guys drinks. Well, God damn it, we're going to Norway then. That's happening. I won't turn down the drink. Richard Durr, thank you so much for the $10 tip. I watch all the Invincible comic reviews. I've been holding off reading Invincible 15 because I thought you would get back to it. Ah, shit. We probably should have told people whether or not, we actually have not even talked about whether or not we're going to finish it. We probably should though. We'll talk about it. We'll figure it out. We'll do something. Because I do feel like it is a little bit, it kind of sucks to just like not do it. And we haven't even finished the comic book. So I want to finish the comic book. Augustine, how do you feel about that? I don't want to sign you up for anything that you don't want to do. Joe Logavin, bam. Damn, those are some bam dollars. Greetings from Bosnia. Love your guys' work. And if you come to Europe, you are more than welcome to come to Bosnia. Damn, y'all inviting us everywhere. Oh, man. I need to like, we're going to be eating so much food and drinking so much. It's going to be a party. Samir, thank you so much for the $20 tip. Remember to take a nap. Breaks, Adam. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. No, I'm just kidding. I did, last night I was working on this X-Men edit and I uploaded something. What did I upload? Oh, Arcane Reaction. And then I was like, you know what? It's 1 a.m. I am going to bed. It's great. I slept for 6 hours, something like that. Coming to England, Augustine, we will take you on a pub crawl. You better not leave me out of that pub crawl, because I swear to God, I will come to England and I will tear those pubs apart. It actually sounds really fun. That's actually one thing that I have been really wanting to do in like places like Dublin and in England and all kinds of places. I want to go to like the very, very old mom and pop pubs, have the food, hang out with the locals. Yeah, it'd be fun. Would be fun. Thanks for all the ridiculous hard work you put into the channel. It doesn't go unnoticed. Thank you for watching. It is a lot of hard work. We take a lot of pride in our work. Sometimes I'm a little too like meticulous and a little too perfectionist, and I need to not be that way. Because, you know, I just can't help it. Madison Barrett, how bad did Augustine and Hector blow up your DMs? Love the show and your reactions. It's manageable. It's very manageable. You guys are very kind people, by the way. Everyone is super, super sweet and super nice. It's honestly, it's just nice to just talk to people, because I feel like, you know, we spend so much time like working and doing our videos and all that sort of stuff. It's nice to just talk to people. Like this live stream is great because this is the most one-on-one time I feel like I've had with our whole community in a long time. Why aren't you guys at 500,000 subs yet? Good work, and all three personalities are great. Thank you so much for the compliment. I don't know. I mean, look, here's the thing. We make content, we make videos. I hate using the word content, but we make videos in a giant sea of video creation. The fact that we have 78,000 subscribers is amazing. We're so grateful to have so many people on board watching our stuff. I would love to hit 100,000. I would love to hit 100,000. That would be so amazing. Actually, Greg from Real Rejects said, once you hit 100,000, more opportunities will start to open up for you guys. And I'm like, great, get us there, damn it. This is the third channel that we've built up to almost 100,000. God damn it. Cheeser says, a little something for the brew. Are you coming? Are you gonna have the brew with us? Or am I gonna have to keep an empty glass here for you? What's happening? Where are you? Jordan Ken, I love you guys. I love your guys' flash reactions. I loved that you did this live stream. Flash reactions? What flash reactions? Oh, to the DC Fandom teaser? Yeah, I can't wait to actually do a reaction to the actual trailer. Gotta diversify the content for them 100,000 subs. Is it never enough? Is it never enough? Do we not do enough for you? I'm just kidding. I want to join Patreon to support you guys, but I'm low on that cash. Brian, that's okay. Don't feel obligated. It's not a requirement. Enjoy the free stuff. The rest of the community will take care of you. Hello, Nicole, new Patreon fan here. Thank you so much for joining. Again, the Patreon thing, you know, we have people message us sometimes and they say like, I'm so sorry, I have to cancel my pledge because I can't afford it. Yo, you do you, boo-boo. Take care of you first. You first is more important than us. You know, pay your bills. Make sure you have money to survive. That is way more important. We will always be here. Joel Ralston says, bro, how can you edit and live stream at the same time? That's like texting and driving. LOL. Just kidding. Live the dream, man. I can't say that I've never done that, and I know that's a horrible thing to admit on camera. And I'll leave it at that. Boo-boo. So I guess we can jump into Premiere a little bit. You guys are just so damn generous. I can't like not answer your questions. Didi Felida, that is an amazing name. This year will be my first time attending Comic-Con. Any tips for a first timer? Love y'all's work and content. Yeah, go to Lolita's and get a California burrito, damn it. That's the most important thing you will do. But any real tips? So it kind of depends on what you want to do. If you're trying to get into Hall H to watch the big presentations, first of all, I actually don't even know who's coming to Hall H and whether or not they will have big presentations. I'm assuming Marvel Studios will be there on Saturday night, and I'm assuming Warner Brothers will be there on Saturday morning. For that kind of stuff, you have to line up like a couple days in advance and unfortunately sleep in the line. It's not the most ideal thing. I really wish they would change it. Maybe this year, because it's the first Comic-Con since COVID, they will change it, but I have no news about that. Bring a lot of water, bring a lot of snacks, bring deodorant. For the love of God, bring deodorant. And don't feel like you have to see every single thing that's at Comic-Con. You know, pick the top things that you definitely have to see, must see, and don't be afraid to just explore and roam around. The cool thing about San Diego Comic-Con is all of downtown, all of the entire Gaslamp district turns into Comic-Con. So there's a lot of cool stuff to see everywhere. So you don't just have to be in the convention center. So SDCC pro tip, insoles for your shoes. Yes, wear extremely comfortable shoes. Bring sunblock because it is hot as hell in San Diego in July. And bring a hat, you know, make sure that you have something to cover you if you're going to be standing in the sun. Like, really prepare for weather, primarily. Yeah, pick 3 must-sees. Yeah, for sure, for sure. I know, Marcus, it's ridiculous. Sleep for a couple days. I know, it's really dumb. They should just give people tickets or something. They should do some ticket distribution system so people can just walk in on Saturday and not have to sleep in a line. It's so dumb. Portable charger is another great one. So your devices actually, like, you don't lose a charge on all that stuff. Hail hydrate. For sure, bring water. Silent Echo, thank you so much for the tip. Caught you in season 1 of Kolok, and I started watching y'all because Hector was in Shield of Tomorrow. Will we ever get to see all 3 of you play a TTRPG? Hell to the no. Hell no. Actually, I shouldn't say hell no. It's not impossible. But again, I did that job for so many years. I am burned out by video games and RPGs and all that stuff. I don't want to see them for another year of my life at the minimum. But maybe. I did see that there was a cool Kickstarter going up for some new board game, like a horror board game. That I would love to do. That could be really fun. A firm no is a no. Well, never say never, I will say. It's not outside of the realm of possibility. I think if myself and Augustine and Hector are excited or passionate about the game or RPG or whatever, then we're definitely open to it. But it has to be like, we have to really be excited about it. And if one person's not excited about it, I don't want to do it because I want all 3 of us to be able to do it. What's up, Ronin Unchained? Yo, Adam, y'all going to Celebration? Unfortunately, we did miss the press deadline to register for passes. I know Hector is doing a panel on one of the days, and a very kind friend is trying to get me a pass. So I may not go for every day, but I might go for at least 1 day, 2 days. Kind of depends on what the pass gives me access to. So, yeah, that was a light no. You're not wrong. Eric Saltz, thank you so much for that generous tip. Thanks so much for the great content. Have you guys thought about doing reactions to old trailers and see what held up, what didn't, and what changes how you see the movie now? Also, I'm a website dev if you need help setting up a site. Well, damn, Eric. Look at you. Just trying to get yourself some work. I like the way you think. We have talked about that in the past. We're like, what if we did a trailer reaction to the Dark Knight trailer or something like that? Not outside of the realm of possibility. Again, it kind of depends on how it performs. If it does really well, why not? If it doesn't do well, then it's like, maybe we should do something else. Holy shitballs. Rustolamite, thank you so much. Love you too. Love you guys. That's so generous. Wow. Thank you. Damn. You guys are way too generous and sweet. Thank you. Cool, I got skipped. You got skipped? Hold on. What do you mean you got skipped? I'm sorry, this chat thing goes kind of fast. Hold on. I got you. Ain't nobody getting skipped in my house. I don't know how to navigate this thing. I've never used this, or I've used it once before. Wait. Did I skip you? What did I skip? Help me. What did I do? What did I do wrong? Call me out on it. I'm doing my best. Oh, there you go. Kate Van D, thank you so much. If it is MCU, I come to y'all's show first. Thank you. That's very, very, very kind of you. Thank you so much for the tip. I got it. I got you. Do those kinds of trailer reactions live. See, here's the thing. Here's the thing with live content. And this is something that I learned from the last channel. It is very time consuming to set up live content because we don't have a tech person. Like, I am the tech person. So not only am I helping Augustine set up the gear, I also would have to set up all the tech and then to monitor the live stream. Like, it's a little stressful being like, I'm going to show you a tutorial in Adobe Premiere. Meanwhile, the stream is bleeding to death and crashing and falling. So we will definitely like consider it, but we have talked about maybe getting one of our buddies to help us with the live stream stuff. But we'll see. Just live stream more. Hey, you know, we might. You never know. We're just bribing you to stream more. Don't worry about it. You know, if you guys enjoy the live stream, then, you know, we'll definitely consider it. Again, like I said at the beginning, we won't do it every week. We won't do it every day. But, you know, maybe every couple weeks or so, we'll jump on. I'll do some tutorials. I'll do some editing stuff. Sometimes I'm in the mindset of I just need to get the thing done. So I don't have the bandwidth to like address a chat room, and I'm not just going to live stream and just ignore you guys, because that's not fun for you. Yeah. I know we're talking here and all that, but are you going to go into the editing stuff? Ryan coming in with that heat. Yeah, we can jump into the editing stuff. So I'm going to kind of give you a run through of like what the project looks like. T Miller says, what's the donation tier for Heroes Karaoke? That would be fun as hell, actually. That would actually be really fun. Errol, thank you so much again for the 50 Norwegian crowns. Live stream for them tips. What tips are we talking about? Adam, how them DMs? Oh, God, Hector, come on, man. Why you got to put me on the spot? Oh, God, they're all here. I'm in trouble now. Editing. Oh, Jesus. Hector, I love you. You know, Hector, well, I won't share it because I don't, it's personal, but it's not personal. It's funny. It's a funny, well, never mind. Hector, I'm not going to put you on the spot. It's about his man junk and how excellent it is. Anyway, that's all you're getting from me. Are you ready for Doctor Strange, Mom? Oh, Multiverse of Madness. I thought you were calling Hector Mom. That's hilarious. They're here to make sure you are working. So far, I have not moved a single thing on this screen. Manscaped works. Are you guys considering doing a Heroes dance-off? Hector will win. Well, maybe Augustine would win, actually. They're both really good dancers, actually. I am absolute trash. Doesn't mean I won't do it, but I'm trash. Mark Howard, thank you so much for the generous tip. Tell Patreon to add a gifting option like Twitch has. I just rejoined and wouldn't mind sponsoring someone of your picking. Oh, wow. A gifting option. What do you mean exactly by that? Can you elaborate a little bit more? I'm actually in contact with Patreon. So here's something that I will touch on before I get into the editing. I'm in direct contact with Patreon because we're one of their ambassadors, and I'm able to send them feedback on stuff. So if you guys have ideas for things, like, feel free to share it and I will relay it to them. On Patreon, we have started uploading our uncut reactions directly to Patreon, and I'm giving them a bunch of notes on features and all kinds of stuff that I want to see, because right now I think it's kind of a mess. Well, I shouldn't say it's a mess. It's very basic. You just upload the video and it just plays directly from the post. But I want to do thumbnails and I want to do all kinds of stuff, so I'm trying to give them as much feedback as possible. Oh, gifted. Are you talking about gifted subs? Maybe if you're talking about gifted subs, I see what you're saying. Okay, if you're talking about gifted subs, then I could definitely bring it up. Yeah, I can definitely bring it up. I'm not sure how that would work on their back end, but I'm not opposed to it. I'm not opposed to bringing it up. And I definitely just lost my chat window. Hold on. Here I come to save the day. There it is. But thank you so much for that generous tip. I really appreciate it. Not gonna lie, just got the performance pack. Danny, I hope you used our code. I hope you used it. Oh, okay. Of course, use the HR code. Thank you very much. Yeah, Manscaped has been really nice to us. They've been really generous, and they are going to be sponsoring every episode of the Checkskins podcast through July. So you're going to have plenty of time to make your babies feel good. Great to see all three of you on here and able to say hi. Love your content, not just from the public, but from people from inside the industry. Thank you so much. Very much appreciated. You missed movie 798 question. Hold on. See, I guess there are some improvements that we could have on this thing. Let me go back. Movie 798. I thought I read movie 798. Did I not? One moment, please. Oh, movie 798. Thank you so much. What's your thought about the new Fantastic Four movie in the MCU? Personally, I think they should skip the origin story and make Reed, Sue, Johnny, and Ben a full-fledged team for a few years in the MCU. Great question. You know, John Watts has exited that project because he's a very tired man. He's been working on Marvel movies since 2016, so I understand. Good question. That's a good question. I'm sure Hector and Augustine will have opinions about this. I am not opposed to the origin story, but it would be the third time we've done it now in 2015, 16 years. And I know that because it's the MCU, it's a whole different ball game, and you know, maybe it's not a bad idea to redo the origin so it fits better with the MCU. Totally open to that. I do think that if they did the origin again, they'll find a new creative way to do it, and maybe we can move past the like how it happened, and we can just deal with the aftermath of what happened. But who knows? Fernando Valadez, thank you so much for that $5 tip. Good job. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know you could add little animated emojis. What is it? What is it? I'm being so loud. I hope I'm not being too loud. I make a third donation. I got it. I got you. Yeah, John Watts did exit the Fantastic Four movie. They just announced that, I think, like an hour or two ago, that he's not doing it anymore. But that's okay. That's okay. Just put the edit screen away. You know what? Fine. Fine. No, I'm just kidding. Let me dive into this for a few minutes. And if I miss any of your guys' super chats, I promise I will scroll back up and I will answer them. So this is Premiere. This is the editing god that I use. I have like a whole folder structure where I have all of our sequences. So this is for X-Men, the animated series. So I have sequences for every episode that we're doing reactions for in like the third part of our video. So episodes 9 through 13. So I have different sequences based on like, I have one for the episode. This is actually a different episode because I'm just using it as a reference. But then I have our hero shot, which is just all three of us. It's like the full raw, uncut video. And I do that separately because on the actual timeline, I just import that. And what I can do is I can make all these cuts and edits. So like, you know, there's all these like cuts and edits, but I'm doing it to the actual like bundled piece instead of doing it on the original files. So that way if I need to revert to something or if I need to make changes, you know, I can just make fixes. And the basically like the information is still there. I'm not hurting the information. I'm not doing any like hard editing. I'm mostly just like using a reference piece that I'm cutting to. So Morbius review, I don't know what you're talking about. Is that a movie? Is that a movie did that happen? Did I have a seizure in Morbius? What happened? I did not watch, I'm going to be honest. I did not watch Morbius. We should have watched it. We should have done a review. That movie looked so bad. I couldn't do it. I couldn't be hurt. I didn't want to be hurt by Sony like that. So I watched Spider-Man again. I feel bad. Our channel is called Heroes Reforged, and we didn't do a review of Morbius, but I also didn't want to come on here and be like, Morbius is the worst movie I've seen in 10 years. Only Hector saw Morbius. Yup. I'm sorry, everybody. Failed you. Silent Echo, thank you so much for the tip. I was motivated to ask about the TTRPGs because I finished reading the new Marvel TTRPG Systems playtest, and it seems like a thing y'all might like. Again, not opposed to it. I'm a little burned out on RPGs because that's all I did for my job, my last job. I need a break from it. But we'll see. Maybe after the summer, maybe if there's like a really cool system, or maybe if Hector comes to us and he's like, guys, we should really try this out. I'm totally open to it. Colder GG, thank you so much for the tip. How do you feel about Marvel showing too much in trailers after yesterday's reveal in the latest trailer? I haven't seen it, so don't tell me. But I would prefer that they did not reveal cameos in trailers or spoil major plot points. Save it for the movie. I'm literally going on Monday. Wait for me, please. Rust Dolomite, thank you again so much for the generous tip. You three are like my inner monologue when I am really enjoying a movie. Thank you so much. Very much appreciated. It's very kind of you. I'm glad that people are enjoying the content. I'm glad that people are enjoying our commentary about movies. I think we have a really big advantage that because we are we are friends and we've been friends for 10 years now. I think we just kind of like, we have this synergy that is kind of rare and not everybody has. Like there are definitely YouTubers that have it because they're friends or their roommates or their partners. But when it comes to, I think for us, because we kind of started doing stuff when a lot of these like movie talk style channels were coming up, it felt more like people were watching hired talent talk about movies. Whereas with us, it was just watching friends talk about movies. So yeah, and I think also we're like very comfortable with each other. Like anything goes. Like there's no discomfort level almost at all. I mean, we talk very openly about almost anything because we're just that comfortable being around each other, and you know. So it's really helpful when you have that kind of a friendship with people. The sky's the limit, basically. Yeah, like I think it's Augustine on the Heroes Reforged account. Ralph, we're trying to get a gaming setup going in the studio. Maybe one day. We actually are going to be doing a video soon that is a sponsored video that is going to be gaming related, and it's going to be the first thing that we've ever done gaming. I am excited to see, you know, the setup and, you know, how the setup goes and whether or not people like it and all that kind of stuff. It'll be a nice test for us. Checkskin mukbang. I will spoon feed those boys anything. He's not going to edit. I swear to God, I'm going to edit. Okay. God damn it. You guys are just so generous. Would you guys be interested in reacting to international movies? There are many good ones outside the United States. Thank you so much, Harold. Yeah, open to it. Open to anything. Promise we're open to anything. Like for us, it's just about allocating the time to do it. And yeah, just finding the time. That's really it. They manscape each other, true bros. You damn right we do. You damn right. Adam, your thoughts on Middle East banning Doctor Strange 2 due to 15-second scene? So dumb. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be offensive. Like, I don't mean to offend anybody, but I just think it's so silly that certain countries all over the world will block a movie just because of something that I'm like, this is not that big of a deal. Nerd Chronic, thank you so much for the $5 tip. Why are you tipping? We are paying you to do edits for us. This X-Men show is wild. I literally stopped working often because I'm cracking up at your guys' commentary. So Nerd Chronic is actually doing the cut downs for the YouTube versions of the X-Men reactions. So thank him for that. I asked him if he was willing to do it. He said yes, and I said, Godspeed, soldier. You're in for a ride. But thank you so much, Eric. We really, really, really appreciate your help. It's looking great. I'm very excited. So thank you so much for your help. Chavez is bisexual or lesbian. I'm not sure exactly which I believe. I don't want to say it because I'm not 100% sure. But whatever the case may be, guys, it's 2022. And I'm glad that Marvel is just like opening up the doors to everybody. And just, you know, just let everybody in. Let everybody play in the sandbox. It's fine. It's all good. Augustine needs to do a barbecue app. We've talked about doing so much stuff. The thing is like doing Heroes Reforged and making like cooking content, just anything that's outside of what we do. Sometimes I'm like, do we put this on the same channel or do we make multiple channels? How do we do this? Do we just make a cooking channel? How often are we going to cook? But we definitely want to do stuff like that because I think it would just be so fun. It would be so fun. Augustine and I will let Hector cook one night. Godspeed. Godspeed. Make another channel. Yeah, I mean, we very well could. You know, it's like, it's not that hard. Whoa, what the hell is going on? Whoa, what is going on? I have no idea what's going on. What's going on? You tell me what's going on. Anyway, so yeah, so we have our timeline. This is the timeline for the uncut reaction, and this is what's going out tomorrow to everybody on Patreon. So I have all these different timelines. They have different things. This just has the raw footage. Then I take this timeline and I import it into this uncut timeline, and this is where I make all my edits. So that way I'm working non-destructively. That means I'm not altering the original footage. So if I need to go in here and I need to add something, fix something, mess with the audio, it will then update in this timeline and I don't have to mess with anything here. So yeah, so then I go through and, you know, I have our music bed. So I color code stuff as well. So, you know, I have my graphics. These are like my lower thirds and stuff. Then I have like my poster with my background and all this sort of stuff. And then I just go through and I make all my cuts. So I am not a big fan. So if you look in this like original version, especially at the beginning, you know, sometimes you see these like gaps, like right here, there's a gap. You know, like, let's see here, hot dog, come on now. There's gaps, you know, like I like to cut all these gaps out, but again, I like to work non-destructively. I don't want to do it on the original footage because then if I decide I want to change it and I change this, it's going to change the timing here and it's going to throw everything out of sync. So that's why I just leave this as it is. I import this and then I do all the cutting here. So I go through and I just kind of trim everything up and I'm like, okay, make it shorter, get to the point, blah, 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 and then time code. So then I add this time code, and usually for the reactions, the uncut reactions, I like to put the first like opening logo or opening graphic, just so the audience, for you guys, it's easier to just sync the beginning as opposed to just relying on the timer. Because I think if you see a logo that you can sync to, it's a lot easier. So when you see like one go,
previously on X-Men,
when you see that,
we need a gutter trash t-shirt now.
We need a gutter trash t-shirt. We need so much merch. So much merch. Heroes Refried wins the new channel name. That's amazing. Should we do a cooking channel, guys? Augustine, what do you think? Should we do it? I'm down for it. I'll make Czech food. You'll make everything else. And Hector will make cereal. It's perfect. Cut the Czech video editing with Adam HLAVAC. Oh, God. I'd be down for it, though. I think it'd be really fun. Y'all three wickedly awesome. I watch mostly your Marvel reactions all the time, every day. Love y'all and Adam. Ha ha ha. Heroes Refried. LMAO. You better laugh your ass off. Damn it. Yes, do a cooking channel. You know, the one thing that I do like about the Twitch interface is that it has like the polls and all that kind of stuff. Oh, I can actually create a poll here. Oh, what? That's new. I don't remember that. Should we make a cooking channel? Yes or no? Ask your community. Never done this before. Oh, that's cool. Nice. I like it. I like it. All right, that's a cool feature. That's a cool feature. If you can't see it on the screen, but you should be able to see it in your little chat thing. Everyone just said yes. I'd subscribe to your cooking channel for sure. Anyway, so yeah, I have everything set up here. So then I go through and I just make all my,
I can't even guess.
I make all my little edits.
Lots of fun stuff coming.
All right, you gutter trash, you ready?
Yeah, let's finish strong, y'all.
All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1, go.
previously on X-Men.
We need a gutter trash t-shirt now.
We do. So yeah, I put the opening logo at the beginning just so it's easier for people to sync, and then basically when the logo kind of concludes or ends, I clip it out. Cut. Delete. And then it just goes to the time code. So I stack it, right? So you can see here I have the title time code, I have the actual time code, and then I have this logo thing that plays in the beginning. So I stack them on top of each other. So you can't see the time code for the first 2 seconds, but it's just so it lines up perfectly. And then when this goes off screen, click, you see the time code. So just the fun little tips and tricks that we've been doing to try to like make it easier for us and make it easier for the audience. Because in the beginning, we were not using any logos. And I think it was harder for people to sync it more accurately. And sometimes when we get early access to shows like Moon Knight, we got early access to the first 3 episodes. It doesn't come with a Disney Plus logo attached to it. So I have to do a little bit of like trickery to make sure that I can have it synced up for you guys. That way it's easier to watch. So then for this part, you know, this is basically the entire uncut part. So we just go through the whole thing, you know, and then I usually clip it at the credits when the credits start. Kind of depends on the credits too. Like if the credits have a lot of like visual appeal and we talk about it, I leave them in. Sometimes I just clip it right at the start of the credits. And then I just start going through and I just start editing this down because sometimes the conversation runs really long. You know, this goes from 22 minutes all the way to 28 minutes. And I like to just remove a lot of the dead silence. You know, like if someone's transitioning a topic of conversation and there's just a lot of silence, I clip it all out and I just try to make the meat and potatoes the primary piece of the conversation. People are asking about Arcane. Yeah, Arcane is going to stay on YouTube for the time being. I did see a comment about Superman and Lois. When is Superman and Lois season 2 coming to YouTube? When is Superman and Lois season 2 coming to HBO Max? That's the question. That's the whole reason we haven't done it yet. We did season 1 when it was on the CW website. It was kind of a nightmare because we were watching it in 3 separate places and our commercials did not sync together. So we would have to constantly resync our streams, and it made the editing process for me just exhausting, and I didn't want to do it. I love the show, but it was so frustrating to watch and to record those reactions. So we will do it when it debuts on HBO Max, probably in June or July. We will put them on YouTube, we will put them on Patreon first, and then we'll put them on YouTube. At this point, I know they're not going to perform that well on YouTube. They're not going to perform as well as they would have if we would have done it live. Unfortunately, until that show is simultaneously put out on HBO Max, it's just what it is. So we've had to avoid, you know, we've had to avoid spoilers. I've avoided anything related to Superman and Lois as much as I can. There are a couple things that I did find out, whatever, you know, it's like inevitable. But for the most part, I will say, since the show has been on since January, I think, I know like one major thing, and that's it. Otherwise, I don't know much about it. Ryan Unicomb. Ryan, we talked shit about you in our last video. What video was it? It was about Jurassic World. I hope you watched that trailer reaction because we mentioned you in Australia and how you would have a pet dinosaur. And don't tell me I'm wrong. I know you would. I know you would, Ryan. Sick bastard. Ryan Unicomb, by the way, is also really good at texting me and telling me, hey, there's spoilers online. Get off of it. I'm like, okay, I'm leaving the online. Can't wait for us all to respond and react to Multiverse of Madness. It's going to be so good. Yeah, I'm excited. Chat, share the Muchachos content. Recommend people into subbing to their YouTube channel and Patreon. They're close to 1,700 patrons and 100,000 subscribers. We are. Tom, thanks so much for hanging out. Go to sleep. I know it's like 2 a.m. In England. I believe you're in England. Well, I think the time is the same, whether it's England or Ireland or... thanks so much for hanging out. Very much appreciate it. Have you seen the Spider-Man 2 trailer for PS5? Whatever trailers have been out, I've seen, but nothing new. But yeah, if you haven't subscribed yet and you're sitting here watching this live stream, do it immediately. Right now. If the button's red, you're dead. And you're no good to me, dead. I had to get on Patreon for that sweet, sweet Arcane. I hope you're enjoying it. We all loved that show. It's been such a delight to watch that show. I've been loving it. Tomorrow we will put out, today we put out episode 7 of our reaction. And then next week we'll do episode 8. And the week after that, episode 9. And we will be done with that show. It's a great show. Highly recommend. Highly recommend. I got tickets for Thursday night for Strange. I'm going to avoid social media like the plague next week. Good on you. Do it. Avoid it. Get off of it. We're seeing it on Monday and then we're seeing it on Thursday in the third dimension. I cannot wait. It is going to be magnificent. Magnificent. Imagine sitting here not subbing immediately. Hey, you know what? No harm, no foul. Will you guys ever do Peaky Blinders reaction? I would love to watch Peaky Blinders, actually. I've never, ever watched it. Not true. I think I watched maybe 1 or 2 episodes in season 1. So it's been a long time. I think it's been like 6 years since I've seen it. So I would love to. That would be really, 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 really fun. Hard yes to more merch. Need more t-shirts. Okay. When do you guys plan on posting a review for Doctor Strange? Friday. Adam, edit. Yes, boss. Just love on me. Let's go. Got 3D tickets Thursday afternoon. That's what I'm talking about. Fool's Gold. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go 3D. Taking my dad to see Strange 2 on Thursday. If the button is red, you're dead. And like I said before, you're no good to me, dead.
For fun. So
Yeah.
much fun to watch it and to crack up about the ridiculousness of it. I'm glad you guys.
How do you work around 3D glasses in your actual glasses? Recently got glasses and stressing. Put them over your glasses. Literally. Where are they at? Where are my glasses at? Well, I have 3D glasses somewhere. Just put them over. Just put them over. They fit right over. You're good. Don't stress. Don't stress. Don't stress about it.
Ridiculousness of it. I'm glad you guys picked up on that. I'm watching this with Abby last year, and we were cracking up. It's so ridiculous. It's so cheesy. But
So then
that comic booky, you know, their seed planting, their
then I go through and I just do all my, I use a lot of keyboard shortcuts. So if I hit Control K, it'll make a cut. And then if I hit JKL, it'll go forward.
you know, their seed planting, their cameos in the moments. Augustine, what's your overall take on season 1?
I'm really glad we're doing this. Because I wouldn't have
This is how I edit. It's very chaotic. And I think if somebody were to sit here and watch me edit, they'd probably want to tear their eyes out. Then I go through and I just like clip out these ends and I use Q and W to just like move footage over.
There's seed planting, there's great cameos in little moments, and even Ghost Rider made an appearance in this episode, which is very unexpected and fun if you're a Marvel fan. Augustine, what's your overall take on season 1?
So yeah, there's this like giant gap. I don't want this. Get this out of here. Da-da-da. It also depends on like what's the first thing he says.
On season 1.
I'm really glad.
Nah, but it's a good. It's a good. It's a stressful. So I'll leave it in. And then I just like try to.
Overall take on season 1.
I'm really glad we're doing this because I wouldn't have had the patience to watch it on my own.
Yep.
And I'm being really, really honest. Like I would have gotten caught up in like
He's got X-Men PTSD. Are you gonna be watching Young Justice Phantoms? You know, we haven't watched Young Justice at all. We've been wanting to do more stuff that's like on HBO Max and Cartoon Network and all that sort of stuff. Again, it's the time thing. The time thing is a killer. Nesting is the bomb. Nesting is the bomb. You know, I used to not nest before. So nesting as where was your name? Sizzle Reel. Oh, that's a perfect name. Nesting is basically what I was mentioning, where I have the original footage on a separate timeline, and then I'm basically editing. Like, it's essentially like if you were to take 5 things and put them in a folder, or put them in, put them in a folder, and then you're editing off of that thing. So it's very non-destructive.
I would have gotten caught up in
What's good, BB?
just feeling like, I don't know, like.
So yeah, then I just go through and I just try to remove all these gaps.
And it's really hard to say that.
You said you wanted to direct, but I don't think I heard what it was you wanted to direct. I have a pilot that I really want to do. Shortcut for the cut is #1 editing. Oh. Yeah. Shortcut keys in Premiere. That's the only way to edit, my friends. It's the only way to edit. If I had to go through here and have to like go to with my cursor, hit C, click and cut, go forward, click and cut, then select this, then delete it, then do ripple delete. Good God, I've just wasted so much time. But if I can just go through, use my arrow keys, move up, hit Control K, and then go over and hit Q, then it's like I am speeding through this bad boy. I'm using Shift left and right to just like kind of skip through. I think Shift left and right skips like 10 frames at a time, I believe. So it's just like a much quicker way of working than going 1 frame at a time. And it's just like, I'm just going to go through here and I'm just going to edit out all these gaps. By the way, if you're like trying to be a video editor, or you want to get into making YouTube content and you're just like interested in the process, let me know. I've definitely thought about doing like a Skillshare course, because there really isn't anything that's like specific to reactors and people who do like movie review type of content. It's really for like, I'm a tech creator or I'm a vlogger. I would like to do maybe more of that sort of content, because like sometimes people even ask me like, how do you sync your video? Oh, I'm like, what do you mean, how do I sync my video? How do you sync the trailer? And I'm like, I got some tricks. What merge would you drop next? Czech-skin shirt, Mexican chokehold shirt, Heroes Reforged chanclas. Well, now I know Augustine is for sure running the poll. That's amazing, though. That is amazing. I've already been harassed by a few people about shirts. Not looking at anybody specific. Not looking at anyone specific at all. Anyway, good talk. Keith, go watch Chexicans. I don't know what your question was. Oh, do you think you will ever do a video with all of you in the same room? Keith. Let me tell you something, Keith. We have a podcast called The Chexicans. It was monthly. Now it's going to be every other week on Monday. Watch it, love it, listen to it, share it. Okay? Great. Thank you. Welcome, Keith. I feel bad. I'm sure everyone's like, Keith, what's wrong with you? How have you not watched the podcast? Adam, if you make a movie, you should call it Adam Untamed. Okay. Loving the intensity. I have the tiger. But yeah, Keith, if you like podcasts, it's also on Spotify. It's on Apple Podcasts. We're pretty much everywhere where podcasts are sold. Check it out. Give it a listen. If you enjoy it, give it a review. Maybe 5 stars if you enjoyed it that much. And yeah, thank you for watching. This is amazing. This is a train wreck. I'm surprised Augustine hasn't come in here and cut the stream off. Every other Monday. God damn it, Ronan. Didn't I explain this? Were you not listening? Were you not listening? Manscaped will be sponsoring every episode of the Chexicans until July. Doing an episode every other week. You're welcome. See, Keith, you're not the only one who doesn't know. Ronan is a mod on this channel. It's actually probably our fault that nobody knows. That's on us. Will we get reviews for Everything Everywhere All at Once, The Northman, Massive Talent, and the Chexicans podcast? Excellent question. I actually did talk about going to the movies and watching all 4 movies, also X, and doing like some little 5-minute recap review of all 4 of those movies. I would love to. I really want to do more non-superhero stuff on our channel, if it fits. If I do feel like we're like overcrowding our channel with like content that's not related or people just don't like, then I don't want to do it. Maybe I'll just like do it on my own channel, or maybe we'll make a second channel that is just like movies, everything. So it is possible. Do a Halloween reboot. David G, don't you dare tempt me. I will do it and you will love it. And it might not have Michael Myers. I know, I probably just said something very controversial. No Michael Myers. But yeah, I would love to. I'd love to make a Halloween movie. I think it'd be really, really cool. Sorry, I'm unworthy. Ronan, I love you. You know I love you. Ronan's good people. Ronan's been here for a long time. Actually, the first time I met Ronan in person was at Comic-Con when was that? 2018? 2019? And I will always remember we were at a bar at a hotel, and I was kind of burned out. I had like been in Hall H all day, or I don't even remember anymore. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna go have lunch. I'm gonna excuse myself from this like little meetup that we were doing. And Ronan was like, oh, I think I'm gonna leave too. I was like, okay, cool. And then we were walking down the elevator. We were gonna say bye, and I was like, I'm gonna go get lunch. Okay, cool. Ronan was about to leave, and I was like, hey, you know what? Ronan, you want to come have lunch with me? So we went and we had lunch, and we hung out, and we talked about movies and talked about life, and it was a really cool conversation. And Ronan's good people. That's why you're a mod. I manscape as I watch the podcast. God damn, that's spicy. That's good. I like that. Keep that up. Putting that Manscaped promo to good use. I like it. Very good. Which theater format would you recommend more? IMAX 3D, Dolby Theater, IMAX 3D. God damn. I mean, I don't know how many movies have all of those options. Well, I guess Doctor Strange will. It depends. Is the movie shot in IMAX format, or is it just cropped for IMAX? This is a hard question for me to answer because I have AMC A-list, so I can see all of them. But if I had to pick, I would go IMAX 3D, so I get the best of both worlds. And then I would do Dolby. So I would see it twice because I'm a monster, and I would do both formats. That was TwitchCon 2016. Holy crap, are you serious? Then it must have been. Oh, we ate lunch at Comic-Con. Okay. Almost gave me a heart attack. By the way, I'm gonna close this poll, Augustine. I love you. I'll just leave it open actually. We ate lunch at Comic-Con. Damn, soup was like 20. You had soup? Damn, bro, you should have just got a burger or something. What's your favorite horror show and or movie? Curious to hear from someone who has seen a ton of horror. I love Mike Flanagan. Mike Flanagan is just choice. His shows on Netflix are great. Midnight Mass, fantastic. I really liked Haunting of Hill House. Haunting of Bly Manor was not as good as Hill House, but it was still good. And I really loved his film Dr. Sleep was really, really, really good. I just started watching X the other night. I thought that was so good. That was good from what I saw. What else? There's been a lot of great stuff. Like, it's been a really good like decade for horror. People are making really smart, sophisticated choices when it comes to horror films. Robert Von Heeren, thank you so much. Oh no, guys, they canceled Batwoman earlier, and they just canceled Legends of Tomorrow. Damn, that's a bummer. CW is making some cuts, y'all. CW making cuts. All right, just put Superman and Lois on HBO Max now. Thank you. I wonder if this has anything to do with the Warner Brothers Discovery deal. Anyway, Robert, your question. When you cut audio, does Adobe interpolate the clicks? Audio editing software like e.g. Acoustica would do it. Otherwise, you will hear a click. Click. Interpolate the clicks. I'm not sure what you mean. Interpolate the clicks. What do you mean by that exactly? What do you mean by that? I mean, so let me reread your question one more time. When you cut the audio, does Adobe interpolate the clicks? I mean, when I cut the audio, I'm just cutting the audio. I'm cutting the audio with the video. And then, like, if I make a cut here, so like, I'll play it. The show, since it, and just like you, I'm more than, God, I really need to just like spit out what I'm gonna say. And if I cut it, and just like you, I'm more, and just like you, I'm more than certain I have not seen majority of these episodes. Like, no click involved. Did you ask a follow-up question? Or did you give me a follow-up explanation to what you meant? Wait, what? Slate claps? Oh, we don't do that anymore, though. If you're talking about slate claps, we used to do slate claps. So the way we used to do everything was we used Zoom to like be on a call together, and then those guys recorded everything on their OBS and then sent it to me, and then we would do a slate clap to sync up everything. But we don't have to do that anymore because we're using a program called vMix, and that program basically allows them to call into a video session, and I'm able to change the settings so I have really good quality of video and audio, so it just gets baked into one file. If that's your question, I hope I gave you the right answer. If I didn't, I'm sorry. So yeah, so then I'm just going through the show since it, and just like you, I'm more than certain I have not seen majority of these episodes. Like, everything I watched probably came from season 1. Congratulations, sir. No one gives a shit. Just kidding. Season 1, or it. So yeah, this is basically my process when I'm doing these. So I know we advertise it as uncut. There are still some edits, but good Lord, I'm trying to make it shorter for you guys so you don't have to sit there for 45 minutes and watch dead air. So I think it is just easier that way. One part about it is like, it's not tech. Yeah, and there's sometimes I'm like, it's not how many times do I have to say it's? We get it. It's not. Cut it out. I'll just trim it out. It's not technically a one part about it is like, it's not technically a first time watch because I've seen some of it, but it definitely feels, just flows better. You don't need to see me make 15 mistakes when I'm talking. It's not worth it, but I value your time just as I hope you value mine. ever consider some game night content like playing board games for Patreon or something? I talked about it earlier. Maybe. You know, everyone knows I worked at Hyper. You know, it's the first time, and we did a lot of that type of content, and I just like needed a break from it. Watch because it's the first time I'm really absorbing the story, especially. So that's made it really, really fun.
I'm just so excited because next year the new.
So it's fun. Some of you get like made it really, really fun. Would you make a Reddit for Heroes Reforged and later react like a Reddit video? I just hiccuped. We have a Reddit account, but I don't use it like that. Sometimes I'll like open Reddit and I'll see some stuff, but that's about it. It was so awkward. I don't know why that just happened. Yeah, we all use the same microphone. It's the Wave 3. You can see it kind of right here. There you go. I'm so glad y'all fixed Hector's audio. We haven't fixed it yet. Hector has I have a lot of work to do with Hector when it comes to his tech setup.
I'm just so excited.
Can't edit that out. You stop that.
So excited because
By the way, can you hear the music? You shouldn't be able to. I am playing music in the background, and only I should be able to hear it because we'd be in trouble if you could hear it.
The new show is going to come out. The first episode.
S. Marie, you just calling out everybody. You're calling out everyone in this chat room. Damn. You're about to get no merch. No Nintendo. You're about to get nothing. Nothing. We'll send you a thread of a shirt.
People are gonna go, wait, what?
Okay, cool. No music. Great. Love it. Love to see it.
What happened in the original show? Where are these characters? And we're just gonna be tuned in, bro. We're gonna be like on it.
If you ain't part of this train, I don't even want to know. I don't want to know what I say there. Let's just get around that. No, don't hear it. Great. Wonderful. Love it. Love to see it. Didn't know you're such a Taylor Swift fan. Get out of here. Actually, this is what I am playing. I got my tunes going. Gotta listen to the good stuff, you know what I mean? The good stuff. Maybe I'll put something else on. Let's see. I will put on, if I put on Kill Switch Engage, we're in big trouble. You can't hear any of it. But it sounds real good. Do you enjoy watching yourself while you edit? I don't mind. I know a lot of celebrities are like, I can't watch myself. A lot of people, I can't. I'm like, I don't give a damn. It's fine. I'm so used to it now. We've been doing it for 8 years. This train, you missing out, baby. But that was a really fun time watching season 1. I cannot wait. So yeah, then this is like, it's kind of meticulous and it can be a little bit of dive into season 2. Boring. Guys, make sure but it is kind of a necessary step. Uncut reactions on Patreon, patreon.com/Heroes Reforged. We have every single episode. So it's just like going in, trimming. Why is there so many gaps? Why do I not know how to say words? What am I doing here? Episode uncut on there. Check that out. Yes. Yeah, and then I'm just gonna like shorten this.
And on the Patreon, we've already started season 2, so go and check it out because we're right now wrapped with season 1. But if you go to the Patreon, we're already started season 2, y'all.
Augustine, should I cut that part out? We have not started season 2 yet. I have edited a lot of podcasts. I know the meticulousness of it all. Yeah, it's very, very meticulous. Very meticulous. Mr. Brown 73, thank you so much for that tip. Very much appreciated. Madison Barrett, the song Man Without Love in episode 1 hits really different after episode 5 in Moon Knight. Can't wait for the finale. Damn, you are correct. You are correct. Adam, what was your favorite season 1 of Arrowverse? Superman Lois, I think, is my favorite, for sure. I think after that's The Flash. I can't get the Batman theme out of my head for the last month. Damn it. Now that you've said it. Now that you said the thing. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? All right, I guess we're doing this. It's your fault. Check your phone, son. Oh, God. Oh, what in the hell? Of course, Ryan Unicomb sends me this. Of course. Of course. The man's got a damn dinosaur in his backyard. Wow, Hector lying to the viewers. Hate to see it. We actually were supposed to start season 2.
We've already started season 2, so go and check it.
Let's see, how much time do we have? This comes out tomorrow? Damn. I'm gonna cut it out. Only you guys know that this truth exists. Yes. Every single episode, uncut, on there.
And
yes.
And on the Patreon, now wrapped with season 1. We're already started season. Get on this train.
Go watch it. Gutter trash.
Gutter trash.
Goodbye. Yes.
And on the Patreon.
On the Patreon, nothing, Hector. Nothing. Cut on there. Let us know your thoughts about season 1 and the finale. And we'll see you guys in the next reaction. Bye.
Bye.
You saw nothing. No lies were made. No lies. Tell no one. Anyway, we will get to season 2. I don't know exactly when we're going to start it. We haven't picked a date yet, but we will eventually get to it. I promise. So then I usually just take like my lower third. I don't like to cut up the lower. It doesn't matter. Like you could have literally had made all your edits with the lower third here and it would have been fine. Wouldn't have changed anything. I just kind of like to keep it clean. Then I just snap it to the end of this video. So then when it goes from the time code, to oh, I don't have my little effect. So I like to put like this. I like to put this effect called slide. So I go to my effects tab. You see here the giant tab called effects, and then I type in slide, and then I will just attach it to the very beginning. So it actually like slides in. Level fucking. And then I'll go to the end. Damn it. Didn't mean to do that. And I'll just drag this to the end here. And then the music. Dive into season 2. Guys, make sure you check out the uncut reactions on Patreon. I know what you did last summer. Gabriel, don't you dare. Reforged. Don't you dare. Every single episode uncut on there. Let us know your thoughts about season 1 and the finale. And we'll see you guys in the next reaction. Bye. There you go. That's the end of the video. It is 27 minutes and 47 seconds. So then usually I'll go through. I don't watch the whole thing. I might just like play back the beginning to make sure it's all good. You know, we have like our little poster thing that pops up, and then we're just introing. Grab your merch. And then this is a fun thing that I've done with the music. I just soloed this layer, so only this layer will play. I added this like reverb effect, so when the music cuts out, it doesn't just cut. It goes dun dun tss, and it lasts a little bit longer. So that's a little fun little, just a little thing in to make it just a little spicier. 1, go.
Previously on X-Men.
We need a gutter trash t-shirt now.
Oh yeah, add that to the list. Add that to the list. So then, now that I'm done with that, oh, please save, for the love of God, save your work. Save your work. There's nothing worse than losing a project. Where did you find your intro outro music? It's from YouTube, actually. YouTube has a music library. And what I did was I took the music, it's called American Vernacular, and I made a, where is it? Audio, music. I made this, so this is the original track, it's 2 minutes, but I put it into Adobe Audition, and I made an extended version that's 15 minutes long, so I can just kind of use it in extended versions, in places that I need it to be longer, and then I can just, you know, trim it up or cut it, and then add like the reverb at the end, so it's like a nice cut, basically. But I needed to do that because the music was just too short. Sometimes sometimes I needed the music to be longer depending on what it was for, if it was for an ad read or whatever. So yeah, I lengthened the music. So now that that's done, it took me literally an hour and a half to do that. I've been streaming for an hour and a half already. Holy shit. Damn. I feel like I've been streaming for like 45 minutes. If people can hit Control Z a lot, people can hit Control S just as much. You damn right they can. Save it one more time. Then I'll hit Control M, and that goes to the render farm. And then I have a preset that I've made called YouTube 960p. I have a 16 megabit version, and I have an 8 megabit version. So for the long uncut reactions, I use the 8 megabit, mostly because I just don't need it to be, you know, that stellar of quality, because you're watching us, but you're also watching the show at the same time. So we have about 50% of your visual attention, but we have 100% of your audible attention. So the audio is kind of the more priority part for me. So I choose the 8 megabit version, and then I will select my folder. You don't really need to see my directory. I mean, it doesn't really matter. There's nothing in here. I can show you at least my folder structure. Season 1, Part 3, Episode 13, project file, footage, audio, graphics, GFX, and then deliverables. We came from the VFX industry, y'all. It's a normal part. And then because I make the timelines, I name all of my timelines. The name is already auto-populated. And then I just make sure the source, I look at the output, you know, make sure that it's the right settings, hardware encoding, 8 megabit, 320 kilobit for audio, estimated file size 1.7 or 1700 megabytes, which is not too bad. That's not too bad. Then I'll hit send to media encoder, and it has its own like render engine. This way that if I want to continue editing, I don't have to wait for the damn thing to render. I can do it. I can edit while the thing is rendering. The only thing that I hate about media encoder is if I'm like rendering something. Say what now? What is this? What did I say? What is this? What do you mean custom? No custom. Get out of here. Sometimes when I'm editing and I hit the space bar, it will pause the render in this program. I don't know why. It's so dumb. So I hit render. It's rendering. I'll go into Premiere and I'll literally hit spacebar to hit play. And then if I go to media encoder, we'll see if it does it. It pauses the render. I don't know how to not do that. I've tried to like click on other windows to just like avoid it. And sometimes it doesn't, sometimes it does. It's so weird. It's really stupid. So sometimes that's the only thing that makes it a pain in the ass. So it'll render 5.5 minutes, not too bad. I have a pretty powerful computer. I got it last February. So I've had it for about a year and some change. I forget what video card I have. I think I have the 2070 or 3070. So it's pretty good. You know, 4.5 minutes to render a 27-minute video that has pretty extensive like graphics and stuff. It's not too bad, not too bad. Chunklas are too spooky. Adam, at the end of the reaction, you should play Purple Rain. What? Okay, interesting. Random custom. Yeah, I don't know. So they updated Adobe Creative Cloud recently, and it's been doing that where it's been doing like multiple versions to render. I don't know why. It's dumb. I don't get it. I don't understand why. Why? Briefil TV says, bro, I have the same problem. It always pauses the render. I don't know how to fix that. I don't know why. Maybe you can remove the shortcut in media encoder. What do you mean? Remove the shortcut? Oh, I see. Remove the shortcut. Yeah, how do you do that? Let's see. Keyboard shortcuts. Spacebar. Let's see. Toggle playback of a selected file. But this is Premiere shortcuts, isn't it? Interesting. Is that what you've done? Have you removed this? Have you removed this shortcut and it fixes it? Haven't ran into that issue for the renders. Are you for real? How the hell do you not have that problem? Every time I have this window selected and I hit spacebar in Premiere, it pauses the damn render. Eric, teach me your ways. You cannot bypass the pause. I hate it. I hate it with a burning passion. It's the worst. Why would Adobe do that? Glad to know Adam gets his sleep. What? Thanks for putting this on my radar. Team JVS. What's up? Welcome. You are live. I know, this is the craziest thing in the world to be live. It's nuts. I'm already an hour and 45 minutes into the stream, and I feel like I've shown you nothing. I don't have that issue when I edit either. Listen, go to hell, first of all, okay? I'm gonna come out there. You're gonna be in big trouble. Greetings from Chile. What's up, Miguel? How you doing? Welcome. The day I realized I was a year older than Hector, I had to sit with my thoughts for a minute. It's okay. I'm older than Hector too. No. Yes, I am. I am. Premiere Media Encoder used the same engine, not two instances of it. See, there you go. I have a friend that is. I have a friend that always happens with his Windows version of Premiere. I don't know. I don't understand why. It's really dumb. So I did say you can edit on. You can edit other things. You just gotta click out of it. Just get out of it. Click out of it, and you should be okay. And now that I'm done with the project, I can close it. So I'll just save it again, just to be safe, and then I'll close it. Close the project, and then you've seen. You guys can see we have our other stuff loading. This is Arcane. We put this out today. This is probably my favorite part of this reaction was the very end. I'm going to spoil this for people. So this episode ends on a cliffhanger, a massive cliffhanger. And this is what happens.
Look, if Jinx didn't die.
Oh. Hold on. That's not a spoiler, I promise. As I ruin the show for everyone.
Right.
And if the writers make him die, I'm going to fight them.
If this ends right now, I swear to God. Oh my God. Son of a bitch.
No.
Son of a
bitch. No. No, it did not end this way. No.
That's how you know it's a good show. When Augustine and I both at the same time go, son of a bitch. It's a good show. It's a good show. Wait, so Augustine is the oldest? Spoilers. He is the oldest. What's your laptop model? I have the XPS 9750, I think, but I'm running this on a desktop. So this is all desktop stuff. I usually only usually only use my laptop if I'm on the go and I'm working remotely. I use Parsec to remote into my computer, and then I use it for the podcast. I don't mind being older, but I'm just realizing the athletes in the game are now younger than you. Yo, I just found out that there's only 4 players in the National Hockey League that started in the 90s. Gave me anxiety. Anyway, save. You get a little taste of that. You can find that on Patreon as well. Close project. The thing that I do need to work on is this. Can you consider bringing back the What I Dissed shirts? I missed out the first time around. Thank God they're making more seasons of that show. Am I right? You're welcome. We will bring it back. Limited time, but we will bring it back. Desktop system specs. I have a 3080, I think. God, I haven't actually looked at the specs in so long. I know that's a really bad excuse. It's been a hot minute. Let me see. I have, 32 gigabytes of RAM. I have the AMD Ryzen 7 processor, the 5800X 8 core. I have the 3080, I believe, card. Windows 10 still. So yeah, it's going pretty well. I did have issues so I didn't build this computer. I had this computer built for me because at the time I just did not have the time to build a computer, and I needed something new, desperately, because we started using this program called vMix to do all of our calls. And between vMix and streaming stuff, it didn't have the manpower to run everything. It was an old computer. It was from 2016. So I upgraded, and I did it through a company, but I kept getting, I get them rarely now, but I used to get blue screens quite a bit. It destroyed some of our live streams or some of our reaction videos a couple times. Why is Hector always on the right? I don't know. That's just the way it's been since 2014, y'all. That's just the way it's been. I've been meaning to get back into Adobe Premiere, but I need a new desktop. What's a good lower price desktop for simple editing? Joel Rolston, thank you for the tip. That's a great question. I would look up YouTube videos because the tech changes so much. Like I've had this for a year and a half and it's changed drastically. So if you're doing light editing, I don't think you need a machine that's going to just chew up footage like it's nobody's business. But I would definitely look up some specs. Maybe there's people here who might have better recommendations. I don't know like what exactly you would need to have good performance, but not a break. I feel like for $900, you can build a good rig. $900 to $1,000. Ooh, what? In Premiere, go to the playback settings. Whoa, what? That's a thing? Wait, playback settings. Are you for real? Did you just save my life? Oh my God. Oh my God. Are you kidding me right now? Are you for real? This has been here the whole time? That's been there the whole time and I didn't know? Son of a bitch. Anyway, thank you, Eric. Really much appreciate that. Appreciate the help. What's the best Marvel series you've watched? I think my favorite one so far has been... I really liked What If. What If was really cool. What If was a really good time. Yeah, why does it exist? That is so stupid. 15 years using this program and I didn't know that. Now I feel like a dum-dum. Anyway, so for this Chexicans episode, we have the Manscaped ad reads. So I've been kind of editing those. I'm pretty much done with it, but then I have the actual entire episode as well. That's on here. And I like crafted myself a little space. Made myself a little nook and cranny for the ad read. WandaVision's great. I did like WandaVision. You never start and you never stop learning. There you go. There you go. Now we're cooking. That man deserves a mod. For lighting purposes, why does this thing keep doing that? For light editing, most laptops will do. I used to edit on my 2016 13-inch MacBook Pro and it worked just fine. Yeah, that's also true. Most like MacBooks, they do pretty well. My XPS is great as well. You don't need to spend ungodly amounts of cash on a computer. Okay, you don't need to yell at me. You don't need to spend ungodly amounts of cash on a computer nowadays for it to just edit. William Forbes, thank you so much for that $20 tip. Loving the live stream. Would enjoy more of this. Very Chexicans vibes, and I'm here for it. Okay, well, first of all, William, thank you for the tip. Second of all, we're going to have to teach you how to spell Chexicans. Because it's not like Chex Mix. It is spelled CZECHXICANS. Like the country. Not like the snack. I know I'm a snack. But we spell it like the country. But welcome. Thank you for joining. Hope you're enjoying the live stream. Have you seen Luke Cage? Yes. We, actually, I don't remember if we did a live watch along of Luke Cage. Augustine probably remembers better than I do. Milton Vargas, is Adobe the industry standard? I want to start editing, but it seems daunting. How did you do it? What material footage did you use? Much love. I started when I was, thank you for the tip, by the way. I started when I was 12. 13 is when I started editing. We did think about calling this podcast Chex Max. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. That is true. I started when I was like 13, 14, and I just shot stuff on my old DV camera. I would go out, just shoot material, and I would just cut it. I also got into making fan trailers pretty young, so I made some fan trailers for a while, and yeah, that's how I started. That's how I don't even remember how I got that footage, to be honest with you. How the hell did I download any of that stuff? Probably through QuickTime Player. I probably downloaded it, and then I just used it in Premiere. But that's how I learned. I just used Premiere, and it has very much, I don't know if it's the industry standard. I don't know if Avid is still the industry standard, but I feel like Adobe, if it's not the standard, it's right, neck and neck with Avid. And a lot of people have now been using Davinci Resolve. So Avid, Davinci Resolve, Final Cut, or Premiere, you're kind of golden. If you know how to use all of them, and in some ways they are pretty similar, you're good to go. You're good to go. Fan trailers of what? I used to make fan trailers for superhero movies. I did a lot of those. Unfortunately, the YouTube channel that had all those trailers, it got removed. It was removed because of like copyright. So I don't have, I think I have like 1 or 2 copies of some of the trailers, but not anymore. What beer is rocking the fridge right now? I don't have any beer in the fridge right now, unfortunately. Maybe this weekend I'll go out and get some. Sugar Ray 22, thank you so much for the tip. That travel to different set location show, what would you call it, and when can we expect it? Do it, do it. That's the show that I really want to make. I want to pilot this year. I don't have a name for it yet. I will probably come up with one at some point, but I want to pilot an episode here in LA, in South Pasadena, because I know all the Halloween locations. And I've like loosely thought about like, well, maybe I can do 2 locations in one, or maybe I just do 1 location and make it a shorter video. At some point this year, I want to do it. I will do it. God damn it, I'm going to do it. But you know, stuff like this takes some time, and eventually I would like to turn this editing over to somebody else, and somebody else can do it. And that way I can just focus on producing a pilot. Adam, did you like the Ultimate Edition of Batman versus Superman more than the regular version, save Martha? I liked some of the material more. Like, I think it helps contextualize some of the movie better. I overall just am not the biggest fan of Batman versus Superman. Period. Sorry. Say whatever you want. I have dealt with every comment known to man since 2016. There's nothing that you can say at this point that will make me angry. So Adam can have time to go out and meet a lady. You're not wrong, Jenny. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. That would be nice. Because yeah, this editing takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of work to put all this stuff together. As you've seen, obviously with the podcast, I tried to do it as like uncut as possible, because I think if you start removing stuff from the podcast, it makes it less fun. But you know, I like to go in, I like to make some graphics, and I like to add graphics. You know, like we had 2 groups of people make us some really cool GIFs. So I wanted to make sure that I could go in and like shout them out and, you know, show off what they're doing and all this sort of stuff. So, you know, it takes time to put all the stuff together. BLA69, thank you so much for the tip. Love the dynamic between the 3 of you, and your insights are always spot on. Thanks for increasing the frequency of your podcast. Don't thank us, thank Manscaped. Saludos, Eduardo. What's up? My alma mater switched from Adobe to Avid the year after I graduated nearly a decade ago. They said industry standard wasn't while I was learning. Made my BS degree feel like BS. Honestly, man, it really just comes down to what are you comfortable using and what gets the job done the quickest. And that's all that matters. Because if you're editing your own content, who gives a damn what the industry standard is? Whatever makes your job easier. That's all that matters. Just putting it out on the world again. Adam is the biggest Superman fan I know. Just saying. You damn right. You damn right. I never minded BVS. The Ultimate Edition explained more. I love Ben Affleck as Batman. He was amazing in Zack Snyder's Justice League. Bummed he won't be Batman anymore. Hey, I actually really like Ben Affleck as Batman too. I just wasn't necessarily crazy about the take on Batman, and I wasn't crazy about the story in Batman versus Superman. But I don't have any problem with the actors. It's just the story that didn't vibe with me. But I don't mind if other people liked it. I think that's the biggest misconception that people have about us. They think that like we hate Zack Snyder. They think we hate Henry Cavill. They think we hate Ben Affleck. They think we hate everything that Zack Snyder's done. I don't. None of us do. I feel like I don't like Zack Snyder because of the fandom, not the entire fandom, but some of those fans, like they make me not like Zack Snyder because they're just so like, they just won't stop complaining that we don't like these movies. And it's like, hey man, nothing I can do about it. I don't like it. I don't like it. If you like it, that's fine. You can like it. I'm not going to tell you to not like it. It's all good. It's all good. Langley and Mealy, thank you so much for the tip. Question for a film file. Could a show like Documentary Now work when focused on parodying DVD Blu-ray special features like Heart of Darkness? Ooh. What is Documentary Now? I have not seen this. Tell me. Tell me. Tell me. Where can I watch this? I want to know more. That would be fun though. That'd be fun. Parodying special features, that could be cool. Adam literally had a poster of Zack Snyder's Watchmen film on his wall for years. It is what it is. It is what it is. Documentary now is fantastic. All right, I gotta watch this thing. Y'all tell me where to watch it, and I will watch it. Oh, Netflix. All right. Well, there you go. Yeah, so you guys get a little insight into the Chexkins podcast. This will be coming out tomorrow because it is the last day of April, and we must put out one more. This one was a little bit different. We talked about the whole DC reshuffling thing and what could happen in the future. Oh, this part's fun. I'll spoil this for you. This is pretty funny.
Full-grown person, usually full-grown man. I don't know what to do there.
No, there's nothing you can do. We're talking about Robin and how people always say they have a problem with Robin being in movies because he's a kid and da 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 da. But I thought this bit was pretty funny.
I like superheroes, but here's the superheroes I like: the ones that are serious, Daredevil and Punisher and Batman. And I'm like, okay, that's fine, but why are you mad that Thor isn't that?
Right.
Thor isn't Punisher.
Right.
Spider-Man isn't Batman. My God, there's so much variety.
Yeah.
That it's not about
Hector spin truth bombs.
Just what we're talking about. Phase 1 Marvel maybe felt a little too samey. And here we are being like, yay, there's different things. And there are people going like, well, I don't like the humor part of it.
Yeah.
And I want to say like, good. Fine. That's not like that Donald Glover gif from his stand-up. You know, he's like, good. Like it's not for you.
We're leaving y'all in the dust.
You know
we're
that,
gonna keep going on this train.
See, it's like just doing those little things. I feel like it just adds like a little bit of like a flair. Just adds like a little bit. It just leans into the humor of it more. So I like doing that kind of stuff. Hector speaking from my soul. I think it's a really good episode. You know, I think there will be some people who are like mad about what we say about the DC stuff. Overall, I thought it was a really good conversation, and they should just let us make it. Is I guess the point that we get to in the video. Solid overlay splicing. Yeah, baby. All those I literally sat here and I lined it up to perfectly match.
He's like, good. Like
That's that kind of meticulous stuff that I love doing. When there is an opportunity to do that, I feel like it's just fun. It's like people may not notice it, or if you are an editor, you might notice it.
Clever gif from his stand-up. You know, he's
silly.
like, good. Like it's not for you.
So yeah, that's fun. I like doing that kind of stuff. I did mention John Watts. Yeah, it's a bummer. John Watts is leaving. I get it though. He's been making Spider-Man movies for 6 years. He needs a break. It's all good. Plenty of other filmmakers out there. Get Justin Lin or get Brad Bird or get someone brand new who we've never seen make a film for the Marvels before. Yeah, so we talk about a lot of stuff. We talk about Robin. You know, I put all these graphics in here. When I actually do have a week to be able to turn these episodes around, I can spend the time to make it look very nice. But sometimes it's harder. Sometimes like before when I was editing all the reactions, it was really, really tough to do that. Yeah, so it's a little bit of a longer episode. It's about an hour and a half. Right? Yeah, this is the end of it. So we didn't take questions in this episode because we just went so deeply and extensively into the DC stuff that I don't know. We didn't need it. It was fine. But for future episodes, we're going to be doing, questions obviously from everybody and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, really fun. Really, really fun. But yeah, so the only thing I have left on this is I got to do the ad read. I have to just trim this down, insert it into the episode, render it, send it off, and you will have a new episode of the Chexicans tomorrow. This is done rendering. God bless. File, exit, and then I can go to Patreon and I can upload it, which I'm not going to do right now because I'm streaming, and that would probably create a conundrum clusterfuck of the century. Probably not though. Will you guys ever invite a reactor as a guest star in the podcast in the future? Yes. So we use this program called vMix, and we want to be able to set it up. We have a couple of things, like tech things a couple of tech things that we need to set up in order to do that. But yes, the goal is to have guests on. What's your organizing system for your physical media? Great question. Let me show you. I finally got 99% of my Blu-rays in a list. Physical media collection. Let me show you. Let me show you. I'll tell you right now. Is there any detrimental information in here? I don't think so. Should be fine. Let me see. Let me. One moment, please. Let me fix. Yeah, so the way I organized everything was I made separate pages. So I have all my 3D films. And then I have all my 4K movies. I have all my high definition films. Regular 1080. I have my DVDs, my DVDs, and my series. And then I have a master sheet in here that is everything. And it's organized by format. So it's 3D, alphabetical order. Then it goes to 4K, alphabetical order. And then it goes to HD, alphabetical order. Then it goes into DVD, alphabetical order. So yeah. And that's how this is what I used to organize it on the wall. So I go through alphabetically, and this is how I do it. I do bundle collections. So, you see here DC films. So I will put the DC films together and I'll just do them in the order that they were released in. And it's the same thing with the Marvel movies. Marvel Cinematic Universe is under M. And then I do it, on this list, it's not in order because it goes by alphabetical, but I physically do it in the order that they were released in. So I would do Iron Man 3 first because that was I don't own Thor and Captain America, the First Avenger in 3D. So the first movie would be Avengers. And then from Avengers forward, I would do everything else. But yeah, so this is the first time anyone has ever seen my Blu-ray collection. There you go. Holy crap, I thought I was the only dork who wrote it out like this. Nah, baby. I had access. I had on Blu-ray.com, you can scan the barcodes, but I just find this so much easier. And it's so much easier. I can just open this. I can share this with people, and then people are like, hey, let me borrow this movie. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to loan it out to you. Because I have actually something loaned out to Hector right now. I loaned out to Hector the Underworld series, which he still hasn't finished watching yet. So yeah. So this is how I organize my movies and my films and my movie films. Maybe someday I'll export a PDF and share it, and people can look at it and see what I have. I think I have a pretty good collection. How much money total do you think you've spent on your entire collection? To be totally honest with you, almost nothing. I usually don't buy movies at full price unless they come from a vendor where I don't really have any other option. I go to places like Amoeba, and I go to other places locally that sell them, or I will get them when they're on discount. Most of the Blu-rays that I've bought, I don't think I've spent more than $15 unless they're a specialty Blu-ray and I have to spend, $30-40. That's not very common. And I'm very fortunate that the studios also send me a lot of movies. I just got, for example, I just bought this Close Encounters of the Third Kind. This was on sale on Amazon for $11, $11 hairs. I own this, which is rad. It's the Sam Raimi collection of Spider-Man in 4K. I got this for $30. And then I got this sent to me from Warner Brothers, the Batman, the complete series. So, I have a system in place, and I try to not spend an exorbitant amount of money on physical media, mostly because, I don't want to. I want to support it. So I will spend money on things that I really, really, really want in the formats that I really, really, really want. Hector and I, we import 3D Blu-rays from, we were importing them from the United Kingdom, but now we're importing them from Japan because you can't get them anywhere else. I have something else here. I just got these from Warner Brothers as well. I got Singing in the Rain, brand new remaster. And I got Constantine, the House of Mystery. So, I have a pretty good collection because I look for deals and because the studios are nice enough to send me stuff. That's why I post about them on my social media, because as a thank you for sending me stuff, I post about them and I link them where people can buy them. What's up? Augustine out here creeping. Oh, William Forbes. Aha! Thank you so much for the question. Thank you so much for the tip. How would a company or business sponsor a video for y'all's channel? So with Manscaped, for example, they pay us a rate and we film an ad that we put in the middle of a video. So if Manscaped says, hey, we've got a new product launching, we want to tell people about it, or in this case, it was about Testicular Cancer Awareness Month, they will ask us, hey, we want to do a 60-second spot to talk about whatever our thing is. If it's testicular cancer, we want to make people aware about it. Talk about it for a minute. We'll give you assets. We'll give you some talking points. We'll give you a bullet list, and you can kind of go off on your own and talk about whatever you want to talk about. Just hit these points, and then they pay you for it. So we've been doing that with Manscaped. We've done it with a few other ones. We've been hit up to do a few other things. So, but if a company wanted to come in and, let's say they're like, hey, every video we want to pay you to do a sponsored thing, like we'd be open to it, obviously, if it's every video. Sometimes for us, it's a little hard because we know we have certain things that we will do. Like we're obviously going to do a reaction series for Ms. Marvel, for Obi-Wan Kenobi, for Secret Invasion, for, Andor, whatever. And we know that we can get sponsors. We want to get sponsors for that stuff, but like, I don't know when those shows are coming out. So it's hard for me to give them dates as to when. But if somebody like a business, like an individual, let's say they're like, hey, I can't afford to do Patreon every month or whatever the case may be, or I have a business and I would really like to like throw you some money. Would you be willing to shout it out? Yeah, totally. So that's how we basically do it. We basically are contacted by a company to do an ad read. We do the ad read. They pay us for it. And that's kind of it. It's a pretty simple process. It's just sometimes, the ad reads, it obviously takes time to put it all together. Like for this, we do the ad read and I put some graphics in and all that kind of stuff. And sometimes we have to re-record it once or twice because I suck sometimes. Hector and Augustine are usually pretty on point. But yeah, it's pretty great. It's not a bad gig. So we're thankful that we now are getting sponsors. How can you tell when sponsorships opportunities are legit? I sometimes get sponsorship emails, but can never tell if they're legit. I always ask them to send me examples of things that they've done with other creators. I will not agree to a sponsorship deal if they don't send me examples. With Manscaped, because sometimes you deal with like third-party people who are working on behalf of a company. So with those, I'm always like, well, send me what you've done. Tell me what you've done. Show me what you've done. Show me that I can trust you. When it's directly with Manscaped, which is the relationship that we have, that's easier. Yes, Manscaped. I will work with you directly. Let's do it. But yeah, third-party websites, I'm like, show me what you got. You should maybe work on your background, don't you? You should maybe work on... What do you mean by that? Background, like this background? This background right here? This one? All that? Is that what you mean? Oh, you're talking about that background. Well, it's easier to cut out for thumbnails when I just have a single color than if I had a mishmash of crap behind me. LOL, competition, better for the ladies apparently. What? What tangents are we going on? But yeah, so that's how that works. We've been getting a lot more recently. Thank you for the tip, by the way. I will work on it. I was thinking about actually building a Blu-ray shelf to put behind me, but I do have a door right here. So this door has to stay. And then maybe I can put something here, but we'll see. But yeah, so that's basically how that works. We get reached out to. There's like a vetting process where I'm like, okay, who have you worked for? What's the rate? Blah, 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 blah. If I feel like I can trust them and they've worked with people and it's legit and the rate's good and yada, 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 cool, I'll do it. If not, then get out of here. Get out of here. Anyway, that's my TED Talk. Guys, I think I'm going to wrap this out. It's been fun. I've had a really good time hanging out with all of you. I do need to kind of like go into focus mode to work on this part. So I think I'd be way too distracted. I know that my insight into the editing was kind of minimal. I did spend a lot of time talking, but I hope it was fun. I hope it was somewhat insightful. If you guys enjoyed these live streams, let us know. and we'll definitely do more of them. And if some of you are editors or you're trying to learn something, let me know if there's something specific that I can like focus on. And then maybe I can do an hour-ish live stream or so where I can just focus on something. And I can show you like how to set up a project or how to, do specific things. Let me know. And I'd be happy to try to put that time on the calendar somewhere, and we can do. I think that'd be fun. I know a lot of people want to edit trailer reactions. I have some like tricks on how to figure out the timing of stuff so your stuff is in sync and how to do it. Audio editing, yeah, like I'd be happy to do all that. So let me know. Let me know in the comments. Hit me up on Twitter, on Instagram, wherever DMs are sold. Hit me up. Keep it clean. And I'd be happy to help you guys out. Just let me know. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. This was a lot of fun. I don't have an end scene to take you to. So, let's just be really awkward and I'm just going to go offline. It's fine. We'll figure it out next time. Really appreciate all the support. Thank you guys so much for all the tips. Check out the check skins tomorrow. If you are not on Patreon yet and you're a big fan of X-Men or Arcane, check it out. I think the uncut reactions are really, really fun. Next Saturday, we will put out part 1 of the X-Men reaction series, and we will be putting out a review for Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Clean? Come on. You're killing us. We love you guys. Goodbye.